Hey, good morning, Brian. Today I'm going to present to you my interpersonal collage. So let's get started. My topics will include my background, the bad days, the good days, my likes, and my dislikes. Short and sweet. So, a little bit about me. I was born in San Diego, California on November 18th, 1992. That would make me 26 this November coming. I have one sister who is pictured in these two pictures right here. If I can see my mouse. Alright, cool. And, fun fact, I've never stayed in the same house for over 4 years, or like I've always been moving, and so I've never really had a consistent set of friends per se. Like I've always like just made a few friends here and there. I've never like had a lasting long relationship, I guess, like friendship. Um, I've lived in Mexico and in Turkey. I should say Turkey, but it doesn't say that. But most of the time I've lived here in the United States, and second in Mexico, third in Turkey. Alright, so some of my bad days. Um, I was forced to wake up early to go for a run, hence that running picture right here, all alone in the dusk. And my dad would wake me up at 5 a.m. to go running because he wanted me to become like a professional tennis player. And I was about 12 to 13 years old at the time when I was competing in tournaments and stuff like that. So he took it like to the next level, right? He's like, "You're gonna be the best." And that was for anything too. That was like including martial arts. I would go to the dojo, and I would stay there from the kids class to the intermediate class to the adult class. He would make me stay in all of them and practice in all of them, and that was like daily. Like I was, and I never even got my black belt. So I got to my green belt, but I would compete against black belts, and I would win. So that's how good I was because I was there so frequently. So I see the benefit now that now that I'm older, but as a kid, being forced to do all these kind of things instead of doing it for fun, I was kind of resentful towards my dad for that. Let's see, lived in my car and in an office. So, long story short, I was coming back from Mexico because of an argument that my parents had, and so like my mom kind of uprooted us from school in the United States in general up to my junior year, and I went to Acapulco. And during that time in Acapulco, there was like the cartel issues where there were like shootings almost every day. It was just pretty gnarly, and there were like bullet holes outside my neighbor's wall, and it was just crazy. So I kind of like bargained with my dad that I could come back to the States, but he no longer had like the apartment that we were living in and all that. So I was living in my car and living in his office, and it wasn't like a nice office. It was just kind of a like hidden corner office just to have an office, like for the business, but it wasn't really necessary to have one. So I was doing that for about a year and a half or two. Another bad day was losing my dogs. These are my two dogs right here. The white one is Max, the other one is Champ. I was more sad about Champ because Champ was like actually my dog. The white one, Max, he was my sister's dog when we were kids, but I was still pretty close to that dog, and I love that dog. So I was pretty sad when I had to lose them. I gave Max away because we couldn't keep him when we were moving, because we moved a lot, and my dog Champ died because unfortunately he didn't make it through the surgery. Um, and Mexico, yes, I told you that. Like, so the reason we went to Mexico was because my dad kicked us out, and we just my mom's decision was to go to Mexico because that was the only option for her. She didn't know anybody here, and she only had family there, so we just went there. And with the little money we had, we just bought tickets and we went there, and we did the best that we could. So yeah, just like that segment of my life was not the best part of my life. From like middle school to my senior year was a little tough. Just 'cause my parents were on and off and just always in constant crazy arguments, and we were just in the middle of it, unfortunately. Next, good days. All right, so I met my best friend here, Stefano, in this Six Flags filter. Where's the mouse? Right here, Stefano. And believe it or not, Stefano thinks that it's cool to wear his glasses all the time, inside and out. I don't know how he developed that, but he thinks it's awesome. And he likes to annoy people. He just likes to get under people's skin because he's confrontational like that. He's really smart and he can talk his way out of anything. So that's why I think he enjoys it. He just enjoys beating people intellectually. I'm figuring that out as I'm presenting this to you. Actually, it's pretty funny. Right here it says Diamond. This is my dog Diamond currently, and she is a goofball. She's not the smartest dog, but she's very kind and she's just really sweet and athletic. So yeah, just she keeps me motivated to go out and work out and stuff, even though this semester's been a little tougher since I'm taking 25 units. Got my motorcycle, so this is my Kawasaki 650, and I bought that after being convinced by Stefano that it would be the best decision of my life. And it was pretty close to it. I loved riding every day. Like, that was my only transportation for a year and a half, and I put about close to 40,000 miles before I traded that motorcycle in for a car, which I have now, a 2017 Civic. And and yeah, so like the motorcycle was just a really awesome experience because I met a lot of new friends, and I also was able to develop new skills and test my my, I don't know how to put it, my willpower, I guess, because being on a motorcycle, you have to deal with all kinds of crazy drivers, weather, and all that stuff. So it was interesting. You get to know yourself better for sure. Um, and I went on lots of adventures. Like, I just went to the mountains and deserts and did crazy things with that. So, knock on wood, I'm still here. Won martial arts tournaments. So I made lots of friends while I was in martial arts class, and I really enjoyed just the culture and the Japanese people, like how they are very like harmonious, and I just had a really good time when I was there, and I won lots of tournaments as a result of competing. And then meeting my girlfriend here, Paula, we've been together for 5+ years now, and she is amazing. She's generous. She's always there by my side, and we met on Facebook by like a little chat, and then we met, and we have similar values. We're both from Persian culture. I'm half Persian, but she's full Persian. So we just have similar values, and my family likes her, and uh, I, her family likes me. So yeah, it's going pretty well. Thanks for asking. My likes, I like being outdoors. I like going for hikes. I like the beach somewhat, depends. I'm kind of spoiled because I lived in Cancun for a little bit, so the beaches are sublime. Like the sand doesn't ever get hot, and the water is clear. It's beautiful. I enjoy being in the mountains. I like the clean, crisp air. I like being surrounded by trees, and it's a different feeling for sure. Being alone almost. You're at nature's what do you call it? Nature's what? Will, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say. And the desert. The desert is so much fun. I ride motorcycles out in the desert. I like camping out there, being with friends. Just it's a good time out there as well. Video games, FIFA is life, is what it says, and that is 100% true. I stand by that. That's pretty much the game I only play, other than Fortnite now, because that game is also life. Working out outdoors. I prefer to be outdoors than indoors when I'm working out. I like traveling. These are some pictures I've taken. This is Cabo San Lucas, me at Cancun right here, my mom's resort that she worked at. This is in Turkey at the airport, and this one right here is in Acapulco. And I enjoy doing photography as well. So you can hire me if you want. These are some pictures. So just so you can see who my dad is. This is my dad. This is my mom. You can see they're completely opposites. Like, my mom is silly, fun. My dad's like serious. He's like, you know, just completely different people. This is the view from my condo in Turkey when I was there for 6 months. And then this is me riding a horse, obviously. And this is me in a pyramid in Tulum, like near the seven wonders of the world, where the pyramids are in Mexico. My dislikes, I don't like two-faced people. I don't like liars. I don't like drama, and I don't like crowds. So I try to avoid Disneyland on weekends or on the holidays, things like that. Dramatic people, as we learned in our Thomas Kilmann questionnaire, that I am avoidant, so I avoid drama like the plague. I don't like that. I just walk away from it or just avoid it. And liars, I know we all lie, but people who are consistent liars and are oblivious to how much harm they're actually doing is concerning, and I just don't like that. I try to avoid people like that. And two-faced people, like no one likes snakes. Like that picture right here, it's like the guy has a snake tongue. Nobody likes that. So of course, I'm not very trustful. My dad always told me don't trust anybody, so I'm always wary of people like that. And actually, I think I have a pretty good sense of people's personalities per se. And with that, I want to thank you, Brian. Thank you so much for the opportunity for letting me present to you. And I hope this came out as you expected, or even better. You have a great day. Thanks.